Hey, no, out of the kitchen.
Thank you. Love you. Okay, so we are live. We're just practicing a little bit here before we get started here in about 7 minutes. We're using a different system. Making sure that we've got everything transferred over good and decent. Trying to make sure that we got time for people to get on. And yeah, we're going to be opening up some mail. Well, just one thing. And then we're going to jump on over to the laptop, which we're already on, but we're going to jump over to another program so that we can work on some stuff together. Be kind of exciting, I'm hoping. We got one person on so far. We're just hanging out here real quick. If you guys want to chat while you're here, we're just making sure that everything's working properly. So how does my mic sound? Stuff like that. Are there any delays that we should know about as far as internet? So there's lots of fun stuff that we can do here. There we go. Just getting things adjusted. Everything looks like it's flowing quite nicely. So we will get started in about 4 minutes. Okay. Well, howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. It is 11 o'clock in my. Hold on, gotta let my watch catch up. So we are live. We are here. Let me know what the delays are like because I am using OBS, which I used for Twitch a couple weeks ago now. I've only done one Twitch so far. I've got to get in the habit of getting on there a little bit better. Yes, you can hear me, but you can't see me. So that should correct itself momentarily. But that's the kind of stuff that we want to keep an eye on here to make sure. Let's see. this is the kind of stuff that we want to make sure that we can fix. Okay, so that just takes you back to that. That's not going to do anything. So I am seeing myself on my end, but you're not seeing me on your end. Tricky, tricky. When I was practicing earlier, it basically did the same thing that, like with the chat, with the delay, it would just pop up on the other screen. So I've actually got two streams going right now. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now too. So on the OBS screen, I'm seeing myself. I'm seeing the everything switched over properly, but it's not doing it on the live stream. So I don't know why it's not doing that. So let's find out. Everything seems to be looking like I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's see here. So everything, like when I go to my stream settings, I have everything set up properly. And like I said, it did it earlier when I just tested it. So let me see if I can try this. Okay, so I tried to stop the stream and then restart it. So how do I... There we are. Okay. I have figured it out, but hopefully the delay isn't terrible. I'm going to have to get rid of one of my... let me know what the service is like. OBS is the platform that I used for my Twitch when we were on there. It is a sharing system. So let me go ahead and... Yeah, we'll minimize this one, and we'll get this one opened up here, so I'll be able to see this. Okay, so let's time out our delays. We've lost a couple of people already. Can you guys hear me and see me? Okay, because I'm getting a little bit of a freeze action on my side. So I just want to make sure everything's working okay. Make sure you guys can see everything. Choppy. Okay. That is going to be annoying, I think. Okay. So that's the question of whether or not I can use OBS. But here's what I've got to try to do. I'm going to go into my video settings and lower the resolution to see if that helps. Okay, I don't know if anything got any better. Here, why don't we? We're gonna just try to go all the way down to 1,000. Okay, am I still? So I am choppy on the YouTube side of things, but I'm not choppy on OBS. So it must be the transferring over that's causing the issue. Let me know when my screen, and I think we've got about a 10-second delay. I'm still kind of choppy on my end, so I'm guessing I'm going to be choppy on your end as well. Let's see here. Okay, so that doesn't give me any options. Yeah, okay, so that's not going to do anything for me. Yeah, so I still appear choppy on that end, so let's go back to here. And back to output. And let's try going even lower. I don't even know if this is doing anything, but we'll try it. Let's try this. I don't know what's going to happen. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Choose from what? Okay, it says encoding overloaded. Consider turning down. What am I turning down? What happens if I do that? Okay, that stops that, so I don't want to do that. Let's see here. We will get this figured out. I don't even know what that does. Still freeze frame. Okay, so on my camera, I am moving pretty well. I did fix a setting, so let me know if everything has corrected itself. Sound good, and based on what I'm seeing on the screen, it looks pretty good. So is that the case? Fantastic, we've got it fixed. It only took us 10 minutes. That's a blessing in disguise right there. So I figured we'd start off with a little bit of a card trick. This is something I've been practicing. So you look very closely here. We're going to go ahead and pick a card for you. Very good. Memorize that card. Lock it in, if you will. I think that's the wrong card. Yep, I forced the wrong card. That's why we do these things live. There we go. That's what happens when you're playing around. Here, let's try this again. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give the deck a little bit of a shuffle. I think we're actually a little bit too high for this, so you guys can see this card trick here. Okay, so go ahead and take a look at that card right there. Okay, go ahead and mix it into the deck. We're going to give it a nice little riffle there. Okay, and we'll cut one more time because that seems fancy, and let's see if we got it. Was that your card? I got some light exposure going on here. So let me know if my lighting is a little bit off. Stuff on my laptop here. I'm going to take a little drink. So with the delay, I don't know how that looked, but let me know what you think. Just a simple little fun thing going on there. If you guys saw it, let me know. Did you see what I did? I'll explain it. Yes, the Magic Eyes Cup. So did you see your card? That's the question. Did you see your card? So you just basically force a card, you pick a card, and you purposely get it wrong, and then you just well, I guess we'll just move on. That trick wasn't that good anyway. And then that little okay, let me do it one more time here. See, I gotta get this figured out. Maybe let's see here. So it's audio and sound are not together anymore. Let's do. Wait, why did it go back to that? Oh, because the output. Okay, and then audio. Let's see if we can turn this down. Maybe we can turn this back up now. Turn this down to. Oh, it's better now? Okay. Well, hopefully I didn't ruin it. Okay, so I'll go slow for this particular one. Okay, so we'll tilt you down here. Got your cards, just like that. You go ahead and pick a card. Once you have that card memorized, put it back into the deck. Give the deck some nice little shuffles. We'll even cut the deck once. And then we will do the fancy riffle. That wasn't so fancy. And then we'll be like, there it is. There is your card. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, that wasn't your card? Well, that trick wasn't that good anyway. So let's that little card trick. Let that be the test for this to see how the stream is working. I will give you guys a good 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds here before we move on to the next thing. That is correct. That is correct. The 10 of clubs was the card. So with the delay, I'm not sure how things are working. Once everything gets caught up, I'm going to wait right here for 30 seconds. Sounds good. Okay, so I think at this point everything should be caught up from the trick, from the laggy stuff. So Michael P, since you're my moderator, how is the video and how is the sound? Are we good, or should I try to mess with it a little bit more? That is a good question. Let's here's what I normally do for that type of thing here. I'm going to go down to my stopwatch and you'll be able to see it on screen. So when you see this on screen, start putting a comment. And we're going to go ahead and start it right now. So that was about 18 seconds, maybe even 15 with typing. So the video is still slightly choppy. I can see that too. I can actually see where it's like the frame is riffling there. Let me maybe that's what's. Let's see if I can. Nope, that did not do. That did not do it. Did not do it. So that's really weird. So like, strange. Okay. Well, video still choppy. That's okay. We're gonna wait. I do want to talk about the Magic Guys show just to confirm on here. If the video is a little bit choppy, is it distracting for you guys, or should I try to fix it, or should I try to jump over on Twitch? I don't know if you guys have Twitch. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. Really, the only reason why I'm using OBS is because I wanted to do something on the laptop. So we'll have to see how that's going to look once I switch over to that. If it even does that, I don't know if it'll let me. Okay, fantastic. So let me bring it up on here for you real quick. We have so I know Scotty P isn't here. As far as I know, we got 4 people on. Oh, David is here. Fantastic. You're just on time. We've just fixed all the problems. Okay. And you missed the card trick that would get me on Penn and Teller. You missed it. Okay, so depending on what your time zone is, I know Michael P and myself have the same time zone. So we're Wednesday the 14th at 9 p.m. would be our time zone for the magic show. We've got 2 people on here right now that are 3 people since I'll be joining. So 3 of us that are on right now of the 5, because there's Josh and then Scotty P, but they're in the same time zone. I'm pretty sure they're only like 25 minutes apart, they said. So their time zone would be 11 a.m. on the 15th. So Ragiv, I apologize again if that's not how you pronounce your name. Is that time going to work for you? I'm not sure where you're at. That's just what we have going on here. I just want to make sure that that's going to work for the magic show. So EST is Eastern Standard Time. So being from where we're at, we're on the East Coast of the United States, or well, the east of the let's say North America, just to be on the safe side for location. So I think you're kind of, I'm not sure if you're closer to them or closer to us. So it would be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, my guess is that if it's 11:30 for us right now, I'm guessing it's, well, I think they're only 10 hours apart, so it might be. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so as long as Scotty P can be available, I know he's got his kids. I'm not sure exactly, that is morning time for him. So hopefully everything works out there. So we should be good with that. That will be Wednesday for us. I'm not sure if, as far as your time, we'll send out some notifications. I'm not sure if he's going to do it on a Zoom. So normally when we do our magic jams, we do it on the Zoom call so that there'll be interaction. I'm not sure if he would do it in a live format like this. It's a live format, but obviously you can communicate with each other. So that'll be good. And then I don't know if K Studio made it on. K Studio, we got 4 people on. K Studio, are you on? I want to reach out to him because he's been waiting, and I don't want him to miss this next part because this is the thing that I've been waiting for. I'm not sure if you guys been waiting for. We'll have to see how it turned out. So I think with so it's 9 o'clock where you're at. So that's getting pretty late, depending on what your lifestyle is. Typically, I go to bed at like, depending on the day, it's usually about 10, 11. Just in case you're wondering, what we have today for the liquid fuel is lavender chamomile tea. It's either lavender or lemon. I think it's lavender. So it's a nice little tea with some almond milk. So we'll give K Studios a little bit of a time delay on that. What are we up to today? What are we doing? What kind of stuff are we working on? What are we doing? Let me know. That'll be Wednesday the 14th. Yep. Wednesday. So if you are 9.5 hours ahead of us, and that is 9 p.m. for us, then it's going to be 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be about 6:30 in the morning on Thursday for you, is what I'm guessing, somewhere in there. Thursday the 15th is probably when that'll be for you. In the morning. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. So that's all set there. Just giving K Studios a little bit longer. I know he was messaging me earlier, so hopefully he gets a chance to hop on. And then, yeah, so like I said, is there anything in particular that you guys are working on currently? Any projects, any hobbies, anything, any skills that you're building right now, just so we can chat that up? Let's see, I will get started here. So I'm hoping I sent out packages. I believe Michael P got his. I'm not sure if Scotty P got his. I'm not sure if, I don't think Jason got his yet. And K Studios, I'm not sure if he got his yet either. Yeah, I'm not sure if I haven't heard anything about him getting his package yet either. So hopefully that is something that they come in soon for everybody. I know Jason is moving, so he is closing his P.O. box. So hopefully it gets there before that. He ruined my plans, because he went to Sydney and then he's like, "Oh, I'm moving here now." So I'm like, "You have a package on the way, and with how the delays are right now, hopefully you get it before you plan, because he's moving. I think he's still months away, I think, but." We're on the same wavelength, Michael P. We are on the same wavelength. I did not. So what ended up happening is I think I missed that live stream. I had sent out the stuff, and then I ended up missing I missed the Magic Jam, and I missed the podcast that week because I was sick. And so I hadn't got a chance to watch them. And by the time I watched them, I'm like, so now every time they put something up, I'm like, look in your P.O. box. Hopefully you get it, all that stuff. So let's see. I'm not sure how I want to open this. Because there's some stuff in here. I kind of want to have a surprise for you guys, because we had the two different variations. I've shown you the one. The other one. Okay, we're good. Okay, so in the box, we have 3 white boxes. So I want to show you, and it looks like they come with little baggies too. So what I'm curious about is how they feel. That's really what I'm concerned about, because if the card stock is not good enough, then I know they have premium stock that you have to buy 1,000 cards of, but I want to make sure if this card stock is good enough, then it should be good enough. Now, here's what I did. I ordered 3 decks because K Studio submitted and we're gonna take it slow. That way, if he does end up joining, we're gonna kind of go into it a little bit slow. But I ordered extra boxes because, and these boxes are glossy, so I'm not a big fan of that. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to, if I can, I don't know if it has the right material on there, I'd like to get some markers, and I'd like to be able to draw out my plan. That way, I have physical boxes of what my design is going to be for the tuck box. So I got extras for that purpose. Then I've got 3 decks here because one of them is going to go to K Studio for his examination for that variation deck. So we've got 3 decks here. Two of them are my prototypes, and one of them is for K Studios. I don't know which is which, but we're going to do this kind of like a deck review. And I want to show you the sign-off deck first, and then I will go into which is the sign-off deck. We're calling it the coin version and the geometry version. So I want to open up the coin version first, whichever one that one happens to be. I'm not hearing anything back from K Studio. Hopefully he has a chance to join. But let's go into it. Okay, so depending on which one of these is the coin version, let's go ahead and just look at this. So when you get something from Make Playing Cards, it comes like this. I've got a lot of a light exposure here, so I gotta fix that. Is it bad on your end? Is there a lot of exposure? Because I mean it's white, so it's just picking up. It's just pushing that light back. That's a little bit better. I mean, it's just bright. That's what I'm saying. So it comes in this little thing here. There is a tab on the back, so let's open that up. My hope is that I will be able to get the coin version without opening K Studios. That's my plan. But let's see how my luck goes. So this is on here pretty good. It looks like it has an easy tab, but it's not easy. There we go. So that comes off just like that. And then we have it's that glossiness, but it looks like a nice little tuck box. See how it opens. So it opens kind of tight. Okay, so this is the geometry version. So far we what do you guys think? We're trying to go for the coin version. Which one do you think is the coin version? It's very bright here. Let me turn the light off here. The exposure on this thing is crazy. Yeah, that's weird. How do I tone down this brightness? Oof, it's blinding me. Oh, maybe that's the one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that'll have to do. I do have a lot. I mean, it's just I don't know if it's just the exposure or what. I'm gonna get rid of that light. That's weird. I got rid of the light, and then all of a sudden the graphics just went. Yeah, the glossiness. Yeah. That is so weird because the light isn't even. Okay, I've gotten rid of all the light. Almost. Man, I didn't realize these light boxes were that intense. We've got it's so glossy though, it just reflects everything. Okay, well that's about as good as I can get right there. That's pretty decent. Just don't put it back over there. You got to be on the dark side. So which one do we think? We think left or right? We gotta get that coin one. We gotta get the coin one. Are you guys feeling lucky? Which one do you think? This is my right one. This is my left one. The light side or the dark side? Gotta sense them out. The left. That would be the light side right here. That is the left. Yep, that's my left. The light side, yep. Let's see how we did. Aha! Okay, so now that we've got this one, so taking a closer look at it, you've got the white box on the outside. Obviously, I'm going to show you a little bit later what we're working on for the tuck case. Now we take these out. We'll show you the faces. So that comes out of the box pretty nice. What we've talked about before on the channel is that if it's tight in the box, then then the quality is a little bit lower. Hey, hold on a second here. Hold on a second. That felt pretty good. Whew, man. Okay. So the faces are going to change because I'm going to add my own little touch to the faces. But we're not really here for the face of the cards anyway. What we're here for is the back design. That is what we're here for. That is what we came to see right there. So we want an idea of what that ribbon's going to look like. Comes down through here like that. It fans nicely. I can't really see the cards very well because of the not having the light, but it's got a cushion finish. It does seem a little bit glossy, but here's the thing. How does it feel in the hands? This feels like a good deck of cards. Like I could use this. It does have a little bit of a glossiness. The air cushion doesn't seem to be deep enough to do a lot of stuff there, but that feels nice. Now, if we're looking at the back design, I'm guessing that every one of the cards should be the same. And so the question is, let's take a closer look at it. So how does that back design look to you guys? Let's come over to the dark side here because it is catching a lot of light. So is there anything that you notice that's a little bit off, which I'll be taking some pictures later. I'm also going to do a promotional video with these, and I'm also going to, if the design is right, because you got to remember this is only the first prototype, and just looking at it, I can tell that I'm missing, I think it's down here, I'm missing a little bit of the S, and I've noticed that the card itself is a little bit up, so the border at the bottom. But it's subtle. It's so subtle because would anybody notice that? Would you even notice that if you were mixing these around that was the case. Positive, active, awesome. Then you flip it around. Positive, active, awesome. I mean, the fact that you're missing a little bit of the S, I don't even think the border would be noticeable. Man, whew. Okay. I'm in love. That's for sure. I mean, now my thing is that I've got to do something with the faces. I've already got an idea for some of them. But if you guys got any ideas, there really isn't much more to do with this. The cards do come in this stack when you do it like this. Is that the Kickstarter for the Baba? Because if that's the Kickstarter, I know David's watching it. That's one that he's got his eye on. So what I like about this is that on the side, I'm gonna try to show you this. I'm not sure how it's gonna work. On the side, ooh, that showed up pretty good. You've got this really nice ribbon along the side as you stretch that out. Oh, wow, that is nice. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. I'm wondering if it is the featured trailer for the Baba playing cards, but I'll take a look at it to see if maybe it's the same thing. That, I mean, to me in slow motion, just look at that. So from the side, you can kind of see it there. You can really see it when in person, but then as you turn it and just open those cards up, oh man. I don't. Maybe it's because I made it, so obviously I'm like, this is awesome, and they feel great. It's interesting because this is the Magic stock. It's M30, but they do have an M31 that you have to purchase 1,000 decks for. There is no limitation on these, and I feel comfortable enough to use these on a regular basis. That is how nice these are. That's how good these feel. Ooh, man, I'm in love. There really isn't a whole lot more to say about it besides the fact that now I've got to do the faces. That's really all there is to that. Oh, fantastic! So it does show up. It's really nice, really nice. Now here's the thing: tuck box, it goes back in, but it's a little tight. The cards feel great, but the tuck box not so much. It's a little too much. See, look at that. Just trying to get that back in there. Not sure about the tuck box. Now, here it is. Let's see. I'll double check. Still haven't heard from K Studio. Here's the geometry design. This is going to be the second deck. I almost like this one a little bit more than the coin version because this is going to be the standard version that we're going to print, and I'm going to try to keep these in stock. For the guys that are on right now, there's only 3 of you. So I wouldn't be surprised if I just sent you a deck because you guys, Michael P., David, you've been here from day one. Ragiv, you're a great supporter. I know I see you on the Magic Guys a lot. I don't have a big following, so I'm not worried about sending stuff out like that to a small group of people. I'm going to be reaching out to deck reviewers that are on YouTube and sending decks out to them once we get to that process. Obviously, I've got to do the tuck box design and the face design, but just seeing these cards in my hand right now gives me that motivation to know that that's going to be coming here in the next couple of months. So just keep all that in mind. I will be sending decks out to people because if I'm going to be ordering 500 to 1,000 of them, then I'm definitely going to be doing that. And I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with this stock or go up to the next one, but that one's kind of harder to gauge because I don't know what that feels like. I'm guessing it's a little bit better, but who knows? But this one is going to be a limited edition. That is the first plan that I have. So let's go ahead and take it out just like this. The faces are the same, but the back design looks like this. So I'm trying to get over into the dark side here. Let's see if I can mask the light. So this is the geometry version. As you can see, it has my initials and K Studio's initials, and it has a smaller ribbon, which is still really nice. And then there is also a speckle design on the cards, if you can see that. There you go. It's kind of got this little like rainbow speckle in there, which is really nice. The border turned out a little bit better. It has like I said, it has those really small ribbons. Man, that's nice. Really nice ribbon there. They feel great. So this one has like, it's really weird because this one has a bigger design here, but a smaller ribbon. So what's your thoughts on that? I know it was exciting. We actually, the reason why I liked it a little bit is because we looked at a couple of different designs. He sent me like the main, I think he sent me like 5 or 6 ideas with different color patterns and different shapes and stuff. And what we decided with is we added a second circle into the center there to give it a coin vibe to it. It is a little bit smaller than the other coin, but the reason why I went with the coin vibe is because in the future, with this is for the channel basically, but David and I are working on that other deck of cards. It's in concept, but it's one of those projects that we need to lay the groundwork first for this, and we're still in the design for that because it's going to take us a long time. But that one's going to include some really interesting stuff with it. But so those are the two designs. I am inclined to agree that I would like to see a little bit bigger on the ribbon. I like the big ribbon here because you can hardly, or even if it's not, I mean, I would like it bigger, but I'm also thinking maybe have a little bit of a have maybe have a rainbow in there to give it a little bit of color. But when you fan these cards, you see the ribbon, and that's really for this particular style of cards. The ribbon is really what sticks out. You still see the ribbon, but not as you're kind of just seeing the word and not the ribbon itself. So I still like the smaller thing, but when you're just looking at the cards face on like this, you're not even seeing the ribbon. You're just seeing the word. Like you're just seeing like the little black there. That could be interesting. Like make a different ribbon that matches a little better. So it could be like an arrow across the top, so that like it'd be a triangle basically. Um, so that's possible to do a little bit more with that. So this is design. They feel great. Like I'm almost like my only issue is obviously that the face of the cards are fairly generic, and I want to work with them a little bit. Because these are the jokers. They're just little clown jokers, and that's not really what I'm going for. But I also want, the double backer or the blank face or something like that. Something that would be signature to my personal style. So in order to make design changes, you basically have to just order another deck. Like You have to go in and modify your design and then reorder another deck. Really, the only difference is that when it's very difficult to match up their little display that they have on the website. So I really just kind of tinkered with it, and the fact that it came out this nice, brilliant. Like I am 100% okay with this because even though the S is a little bit cut off down here, like I said, it makes it a one-way design, which I can fix it if you guys aren't comfortable with that. But it's a very subtle one-way design that most likely you wouldn't even notice. Yeah, I didn't. I don't. You know what I'm saying? So this one is probably fine. What's your votes on this? Do you think I should try to fix the ribbon to bring it in a little bit so that you can see it? Should I try to bring the border down? Because I mean, even bicycle cards don't have perfectly aligned borders. So as far as the coin deck goes, do you think it's ready to move to the next phase and start working on the face cards? Oh, slipping and sliding. So I will be just like with the back design. If you guys want, you can send me designs for power pips. I am not a big I like having power pips on all the aces. So if you guys have anything in particular in mind, something that David recommended is doing 3D imaging for the front, not like crazy 3D imaging, but just enough to give them like for this deck in particular. The geometry deck, he recommended actually turning the shapes into geometrical shapes and giving them more of a 3D look. So that would be the idea for these. Now, I personally, like I was saying, I have an idea. Yeah, the Ace of Spades is the power pip. I like having all the aces have power pips, and I like having something special on the other cards. So as far as if you have like your favorite card or stuff like that, so that is perfect with this one. But we do agree that this one, as far as I like the design here, but I feel like that ribbon needs to just stick out a little bit more because since it doesn't even go to the edge, there's no ribbon on the side. Whereas this is so masterfully crafted that there's actually a ribbon on the side, which I absolutely love. That there is a ribbon on the side, and you could almost just ever so slightly as you push off, you could really see this really long line start to snake out, and I absolutely love that. So if we could do that with this one as well to carry that feature over for both of them, I think that's the only issue that I see with this one as well is just changing out that ribbon just a little bit and making it a little bit more solid. Giving it some more. I agree. So now that we have that out of the way, I have to send out the interesting thing about these deck boxes are not going to be my friend. I don't like them. Okay, so now this is the part I should have tested this out a little bit earlier. Let's see what happens when I do this. Okay, so you're seeing a black screen in the background. Okay. Hello.
My sister will die.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We're doing live stream.
Oh, I want to tell.
You go sit on the stool. Okay, so this is the part that I didn't test. So hopefully this works out. Otherwise, we're going to be cutting this a little bit shorter than expected, which we're already at an hour. But we got a little bit left. So my screen is showing black, so it is not letting me show you, and that's window capture, video capture, display capture. Oh, I don't like doing that. That's not good. That is not good at all. Get rid of that. Ooh, that hurt my eyes. Okay, no. This is the one I want right here. Paint. Okay, hey, we figured something out, my friends and family. We figured out we figured out Blue's Clues, I think. Okay, so it looks like it's reversed, and I don't know how to fix that. So the question is it still working? Okay, so by putting that up on the screen, is my video still working properly? So let me know as we're moving into this next phase. Image is not reversed. Okay, so it's only mirror imaged for me. You guys are seeing everything properly. And video and audio is still good as we move into this next phase, which is not going to be. I mean, we're looking at the tuck box. We're going to talk about the different features, and I'm going to get some notes from you guys that we're going to take a look to see what do you guys prefer. So when you look at tuck boxes, what are your thoughts so far on what I've got going on here? I can. I mean, I'd have to. This is what I've been working on so far. Conceptually, let's see. I think I might be able to. Yeah. So, like, I can get rid of this stuff, and I can always, right now, like, we might do a Twitch live stream because that seems to work a little bit better, where we actually go through and design the the tuck box. But right now, all we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the features that you guys would like to see on this box. So already looking at this from the last time that I was doing this, I don't like this right here. Let's see here. I don't like the toys, cards, and magic. So what do you think? Should I get rid of that altogether? Should I just be like, yep, done with that, done with that, done with that? Should I put sign off deck and then have like on the side do like the coin version? So I think this is, let's see if this works. That purple is not the right purple. We want that purple. Whoa! Yeah, so we'll definitely take those words out. Let's go with my palette here. Yeah, those are a little too dark. Or light, rather. Needs to be more on the blue side, I think. Interesting. Just trying to get that same color that we've got going on there. So if we take out these words, just to give us that, let's see here, crop. Cut. 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 Yeah, that I don't like that format either. What I'm thinking is, where's my text option here? Text option. Go. My thoughts are, if I do something like this, I want that to be black. Let's see. What is happening? Fascinating. So apparently, it won't let me do. So I think what you're recommending is maybe like where that's the Odin's horns. Normally there would be like some endless knots in there, but you're saying like work some letters in there, work some words in there. What I'm trying to figure out right now is why I can't write. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better. Weird. All right, all sorts messed up. So sign off there, and then we say coin version on this one. I probably want that a little bit smaller. So do you think it would be better to put coin version here? Or do you think it would be better to put coin version? Let's see, how do you rotate this thing? Should be a way to rotate. And then you could put it right on the side. So yeah. So you can just type out some ideas as we're kind of like brainstorming what we're planning on doing here. And then as far as you can embed, stay on. Okay, so like in the Odin's horns there, if we were to do something like, let's see, how would that work? So that would come down. Well, that's not gonna work. We want it as small as we can get. Okay. Still gonna carry some white with it, but that's okay. So my thoughts here is I think there is a, maybe not in paint. Maybe it's this one. I thought there was a tool that let me like capture something and then change its shape. So it actually let me distort a word. But I don't know if that is. Oh, here we go. There, that's how you do that. It's been a while since I've used paint, I guess. Much better. Much better. Okay. That lets us fill in these little holes. Oops. Getting click happy. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's take our eraser here. That's not, oh, that's white. Okay, we're gonna have to go to the interwebs here and get this.
But Daddy, there's a bug in the basket. Sissies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how get it out there?
Oh. Okay. I'll be down soon.
Okay, just get the bug out there.
Okay, love you.
Love you too. I'll sit on your lap.
Let's save the image as.
Oh, sorry, Daddy.
I'm gonna take that right to the desktop.
Yeah, Daddy. I love you, Daddy.
I love you too.
I love you doing videos.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I want to sit on your lap. I like sitting on your lap.
I am back. Hopefully nothing got weird for you guys. So we're going to file.
I like the lights.
No.
I just like the lights.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the lights so. I can reach to that one. But it's way little up. That one goes up. Whoa, easier. I love the dark lights.
Again, we will do some cleanup on this stuff here, but you're talking about embedding around it.
I just love the lights, my daddy.
Embed. How do you embed stuff? That's a question.
Daddy, I love the lights.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, there's that one's down, that one's up. So that one's up and this one's down. Ow! I can't find my bubble.
Weird.
I can't find my bubbles. Bubble. I can't find my tool. Anywhere. Ow!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So theoretically, as far as embedding, I don't know how to create an embossing. Not sure if there's an option for that. Something small underneath it, I think. What about... So do you think my name should be on the front? Because I know the back is typically designed for like the back design of the cards. So that's pretty much what I've got locked in there. And then the sides usually talk about like the printing and stuff like that. Yeah. Yep. Because I know some people put stuff on the top, like in the tuck case. Like just look. That's why I have the actual version in front of me here. That way, if I need to, I can draw on this. I can get an idea of what the flaps look like because I think there's actually a line across the top here because there's the crease line that's right here. So there's technically a crease line that's going to be across the top of this. So that's going to be printed over the top of that. But I think I actually did it backwards because I think there is a loop over here. Or no, I guess that's not backwards. This would be the front, and this would be the back. And the back would have the design cut out of it. Unless I should put the back design on the front here, and then I could do, because I know that there's going to be a loop here like this, I can put sign off around it. So I could put my name down at the bottom, coin version. Then I would just have the right side and the top flap. This area right in here. So the flap and the top. Finish off with this idea. I don't need the Odin's horns. I just like them. Plus, they're used on my channel. So it's, or as far as the artwork. Sweet. So I think the interesting thing about this particular thing here, for the playing cards, if I would have to go up to here, I'm not sure if it's going to show up. Let's see here. That. Oops. So it's still going to show that. Yeah, I mean, it's something that I've used for years, so I'm definitely going to keep it. But what I want to do here is I want to come down to window capture, and then I want to do search. Oh, I made it weird again. Made it weird. Trippy. Okay, that makes sense. Kind of. There we go. Okay, so what I wanted to show you real quick, if these feel good enough in the hands to be used, then you could probably just go with these, I would think, unless we wanted to go up to the next size. But like there's using custom, let's see here. I'm not gonna go crazy with the coin deck, but if there is anything in particular that you want to see, try to work it into the front design. I have a plan for the extra cards, so that's already figured out here. Let's see here. Custom back, custom faces, yeah. I think, lots of stuff you can do here. Try to get as accurate as possible to find white border in the poker. You can print some mini cards. So these are the ones here. Let's see here. So this is the one that we got here. Oh, that is the M31. So the M30 is the air light, linen air light, and then there's the 32. But we got 31.
I just put some ocean on.
Okay.
I just
Let's see. You want the beta finish, MC standard. So just looking at the design here, depending on how many decks we would be creating. Let's jump back over here, see if I missed any comments. I have considered putting the Odin's Horn on a deck. Maybe that'll be the V2s. Maybe next time, because I really love this design. Because I went with the Triskele on this one. I wanted to do the Odin's Horns, but those ones are a little bit harder to get angled properly. So maybe next time we'll do the Odin's Horn design. Let's see here. So just looking at what we've got going on with this one, I would be customizing the faces as well, but just looking at this, looking at the pricing, I mentioned about 1,000 decks. I don't know how many we would actually do. Let's see here. So at $3.30 times 1,000, it'd be $3,300 to print 1,000 decks. And then, and it might be more for with the faces. I just don't know yet. 500 would be 440. So even if we did a limited run of that, that would still be 2,000. And then anything lower than 250, I probably wouldn't even, without having, because you want to have enough decks to actually warrant making the money on them. But back over to here really quickly. Back to this. Back to that. Okay, what are we doing here? That is so weird how that does that. That is trippy. Trying to get my paint to show back up here. Maybe I gotta cancel it and reload it up. There we go. Okay, so back over to the old paint. Yeah, I think you can keep printing off decks as much as you want. So back to the idea of the design here. We're going to finish this up. Plus, we got to work on the faces of the cards, which will probably be by the end of April, is my hope that I will be able to order the second prototype for these cards. But that time I'll be able to actually order the tuck cases and have the faces, so that that second prototype might be the finished version. And then I just showed you guys the pricing because, considering the fact that the roll-in of everything else, how much do you guys, what do you feel comfortable with in terms of playing cards as far as pricing? Because I don't want to go over 20. I don't think this deck is warranting $20. I would want to stay probably under 10. But what's your thoughts on as far as like the cards themselves, looking at the design, and having the box and everything, and what's your thoughts on that? So just comparing the decks next to my B deck here. Oh man, wow. I mean, so we're talking. Let's see if I can even show you this. Nope, I don't think it's gonna work where I'm doing it. So just looking at the thickness of this deck compared to the B deck, you're talking 7 cards. So these are definitely not they're definitely not crushed. It's pretty thick for a deck. Because I think even like the illusionist ones that are pressed even further, those are like 2 or 3 cards. So this is 7 above the normal. $8.95. That's a special right there. $8.95. I mean, why couldn't we go with $7.46? Could just go $7.46. But yeah, $10 actually seems like a pretty good, a place to consider. Then you have to consider shipping and all that kind of stuff, which I would do international. And for the most part, like I said, the small group of people that I have already on the channel, I would just send them out to you anyway. So you would get some in your pocket, and if you wanted some extra, then we can go from there. But I'd have to set up the website. Go back and forth with ideas like that. And then I do want to launch the YouTube membership thing, but David and I have been going back and forth on this. In order for me to set up a membership, I would have to first have content that you would want to pay for. And not that the content that I have isn't worth paying for, it's that I need to develop more content that would be worthwhile for you guys to pay for. So, for instance, right now, if I'm doing 3 videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, roughly, if I'm putting up 5 to 10 videos a week, I'm not going to then charge you money for content that I'm already putting up. I would develop content in conjunction with stuff that I'm already doing. Like Walmart, watch out for falling prices. Yeah, so keeping in mind in terms of marketing, just like with anything that you do, that you want to keep an eye on how much it costs to make it, first of all, and then how much time is it going to cost for you to package everything and sell it out? Because are the cards going to they're going to be a money maker, but are they going to be a profit maker? And in reality, that's why you do sales. That's why you do drive up you print less cards to create a demand for them, and then you raise the price because demand is higher. So that's if you actually want the cards, I guess. So there's plenty of cards out there, so that's why I wouldn't destroy them with this notion that you have to pay all this money for them. So if I could I would probably say $10 for the standard, and then I'd probably have a discount right off as soon as I got the cards discounted, and then I'd probably run sales from time to time during holiday seasons and stuff like that, just like anybody else, and drop them down to $8.95. $8.95. Come on, what is that? But considering the fact that if we bought 1,000 of them, that would be $3.30 a piece for what we were looking at. I don't know what with the tuck case and everything else. If your price for your deck falls below what the material cost was, then you're losing money, which is okay during promotional times, because you might be making up that content because you are getting your money back in the long run. So there's a lot to consider with the marketing of all that stuff. But I'm going to say that this deck is absolutely fantastic. Is the quality of the cards as good as, say, this? No. So that is something to be considered, that this feels absolutely fantastic. There's a little bit of a rigidness to it, and it's definitely has a thinner feel. So we might have to go with the more expensive But I don't know. I'm guessing it's more expensive, but we will have to go with the higher stock. The only reason why like this one isn't terrible, which I think in Michael P, are you part of the underground with for Card Mechanic? Because I was just curious as to whether or not like you knew what his card stock was, because the Canis Lupus should be in the mail any day now. So I'm just wondering what he used. Because I think he used his prototypes for his promotional videos, and I'm guessing that his prototypes were the same stock and stuff that I've got. Because it does have a little bit of a glossiness to it, but it does have, it is crushed. That's going to be a little harder to see on the camera. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean that is to be expected, depending on how you're doing it, because of how much things are going to cost. That's why doing Kickstarters are nice, because then people are footing the cost up front. But what you're missing out on is the quickness, because the cards haven't even been produced yet. So first you have to get the money, then you put in all your stuff to order it, and then they have to produce it, which it took this a couple of weeks just for 3 decks. So just imagine if you had a big order, that would take a couple of months. That makes sense. Did he go through Bicycle, or was it MPC? Because I've reached out to Bicycle and I have their numbers, because you have to email them privately to get them. Okay, yeah. So USPCC. So I'm curious as to whether or not I mean I doubt MPC can hold its own against USPCC, but I'm curious to know what the M32 stock is, because this is almost good, almost. It's definitely something that's usable, so I like that, but it is a thicker deck. So maybe I break it in a little bit and it'll be pretty nice. So the question is, I've got to find some. I think to do this for the promotional video and stuff, I'm gonna probably try to find some antique coins or something like that to have in the video, and then I don't know. I don't know. That's something that's to be considered. I know that the ideas that I came up for the mainstream deck that David and I are working on, I already like the production value of that one is going to cost us a little bit of money, because I'm already thinking like big. Like you're going to have to rent stuff out. You're going to have a cast of a group of people, which mostly it'll probably just be friends and family. But I already know that that's going to be like a short film. So that's my hope. So obviously, if I'm going to order 1,000 decks anyway, then I would do that. But if I wasn't planning on ordering 1,000 decks of the geometry version, then I don't want it to be a lower quality. So I would probably have to order 1,000 of each, and then I would probably only put a certain amount of the geometry decks on the site, or I would charge a little bit more for that version, but that wouldn't really make sense. So I think if that's the case, then I'd probably just have to like release them as like version 1 version, or what do you want to call it? The coin version versus the geometry version, just 2 variations for the same price. Or if I did limited, I would only release like 200 at a time. So I would say, hey, these are going to go on sale for the next month or so, the next couple of weeks. go ahead and pick them up. And then once that's over, then I take them down, and then I just save them for different events that I'm doing. I guess would be a way to do that. That just depends on. I'm kind of like thinking out loud here. I'm not sure if that would even work itself, because that deck would have to be like it would have to be something that people wanted to buy, because otherwise, if I'm just saying this deck is extremely limited and extremely this and that, then how, why would people even care about the deck at that point? It's not like it's the white gold monarchs or something, or not like Dan and Dave's stuff, the smoke and mirrors, which there's a couple of decks now that are like very obscure that you can't even find. So stuff like that, like that deck's not going to be up there in that range. So trying to create a demand for something that doesn't necessarily warrant it doesn't really make sense. But I could probably just put a little bit at a time. That way I could save those back, or just sell them. I don't know. We're still kind of just in the brainstorming mode. We have been on here for an hour and 47 minutes. About 10 to 15 minutes of that was I jumped on early, and then we did 10, 15 minutes of fixing technical issues. So about a half an hour of our time. But we still did pretty good today. I hope you guys enjoyed the cards. I hope you guys enjoyed. You can always send me messages regarding the deck designs. If you have any suggestions, if you have an idea for a power pip, I will check out the Baba video on YouTube. If you want, you can share a link in the comments down below. That way we can go click on it. And yeah, is there any other closing thoughts that you guys have? Today was all about the playing cards. Let's see what we got here. We got some messages. Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you. So if everybody good? Is there anything else that we want to share today? Any other cards that you've been looking at? Any other videos that you think we should watch? Let us know. You can always comment either in the live chat, or you can comment them down below. If you have any suggestions for the tuck case or for the face cards, go ahead and throw them my way, and we'll try to work them in if we can. So yes, I will reach out to Josh to let him know that we've got 3 of the 4 spectators that are available at that time. I'll have to check with Scotty P to see if that'll work for him, and then I will keep you guys posted in the comment section where I posted that. I do updates in the community tab. Sorry, not the comments. In the community tab where I did the shout out to Josh and all that. In the comments of that, make sure you check back, because I do put update information in my community tab. So if everything is good, I would check back there. Hopefully, if Josh gets back to me by the end of today, then I would have it in there. But just keep an eye on it, and then once everything's confirmed, that way you know that we're good. That's where I'll post it. Is in that post. Sound good? So what do we got? We got 3 people on right now. We got 1 like. So I know I can like this after we're done, so that'll be up to 2. But yeah, I think we're all finished up here. If you guys want to go ahead and like what we do here, if you like what we do here, go ahead and like the video. And remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next one.